Good evening, viewer. You are most welcome to the Nilecast on West Nile Television. My name is Okumuringa Christine. The Territorial Police of Ivu Division is investigating a murder by mob where the three people who are alleged to be habitual animal thieves were murdered in cold blood by the angry locals in Breeza Cell, Umbachi Ward, Ivu West Division. According to the police mouthpiece, West Nile Sub-Region Josephine Aguchia, the incident occurred on the 15th of June 2022.
It's true that the Territorial Police of Ivu West Division is investigating an incident of murder by mob where three people who are alleged to be habitual animal thieves were murdered by angry locals in a Breeza Cell, Umbachi Ward, Ivu West Division. This incident occurred on 15th June 2022 at about 6:30 p.m. in the evening, where somebody from within the area gave information to police that there was a mob action taking place. So by the time our officers from Lear Police Post responded to the scene, they found that the three people were already killed, and the suspectedly stolen goats were tied on their legs. So as the police, we could not do much but to pick the bodies, conveyed them to ARUA Regional Referral Hospital for further management, and investigations started immediately so as to get to know the people who might have taken law into their hands to do the unexpected. Much as the action, the behaviors or the conducts of these criminals are sometimes bad, much as they may be habitual thieves and robbers, we don't encourage people to take law into their hands to kill them, because we have lawful procedures. We're in a modern society where we have a very good system of instituting justice. So we have police, we have the ARUCs, and if it is a criminal matter like that, police should be informed. The suspect should be forwarded or handed over to police. We do vast investigations, and in the process we end up getting even allies of these thieves or these criminals. We end up getting exhibits which might have been hidden somewhere, and appropriate action is taken on them. So this habit of taking law into their hands, people charging up to kill, is not accepted by our constitution. So whoever will be found to have taken law into his or her hands to do things in a group or to do a criminal act in a group will be charged accordingly. If they kill, they will be charged for murdering. If they do distractions, they will be charged for causing malicious damage to properties, and whichever action they take, they will be charged accordingly. So people should desist from that. They should use lawful procedures of handling issues.
Both the locals and the refugees living in Nyumbe district have been urged to protect the environment. This appeal was made to them during the belated World Environment Day celebrated by the district under the theme One Earth. Nyumbe district is one of the refugee hosting districts in the West Nile sub-region that's green cover has been destroyed by the refugee settlement. Take a look.
Due to lack of big trees, due to much deforestation, we are actually facing a lot of challenge in receiving low rainfall. Our wetlands have dried. There are no wind breaks. It's due to rampant cutting of trees.
I will also be proud that as a refugee, as a home state, I would even think as the Kululu Sub-County local government that in each year here, a homestead should plant more than 5 seedlings in a year. So I think if it is possible, we could see that at least homesteads plant 5 seedlings per year.
Trees to be planted by this woman, yet because she has no land, she has not planted together with her husband, definitely it will be hard for her now to plant these trees that you have given. Not only that, we are also using these trees for cooking. Using this ordinary oven here, this saving stove, we have 3 stones here. It consumes a lot of firewood, which is taking much of our trees.
Is the attitude change to our one earth? Ichola mbogo teterova ama duo udo ndegada rari edi oratanga amadiga omi amadiga ro chacho obijo ndrejoa onoku to gaya lodi atalambengo niari. Are we going to protect this one earth or accept to go to earth B, which is still on the same earth? Ama munoko maduchori batamba muke raya wala ama leleri ama mumo ama nunuku azirika nuku azim I jori vama drajora avama sa alolo degare. If we are not ready to die quickly, then we must protect our environment. Alle jodra oturuku le amba nuku madujori bata. This is personal affair. Ijori ziru ruopi ba lolo be inila. Individually, you as an individual, yo mi ba lolo ijori rumi me lolo di. Therefore, my question is, we are talking about tree planting. How many have you planted yourself? If we leave from here, are you going to plant? If you don't know how many you have planted and you are not sure if you are going to plant, then we are wasting time discussing here. To plant is one thing, and to maintain is another.
Stakeholders in northern Uganda have been urged to take lead in the implementation of the parish development model. The appeal was made to them by both the Minister for Northern Uganda, Honorable Quiltrin Grace, and the Office of the Prime Minister, General Duties, during the Sustainable Development Goals Sensitization Conference for Northern Uganda at Boma Hotel in Gulu City.
In the closing event for Sustainable Development Goals held at Boma Hotel, Gulu City, and graced by the State Minister for Northern Uganda, Quiltrin Grace Freedom, and the Minister for General Duties and Focal Point Minister for Sustainable Development Goals, Right Honorable Justin Kasule Lumumba, among others. The leaders in their remarks command every stakeholder to embrace Paris Development Model, a program that will transform poor households in the region.
There shall be a parish development model, and the rest is history, beginning with this financial move. And that particular pillar 3 of the parish development model makes a contribution to advancing pillar 1 on agricultural value addition, and therefore that pillar 1 makes all those contributions in the advancement of SDGs. It goes without saying that so does the financial inclusion. PDM, or the parish development model, interfaces with the SDGs, and our assessment is that it largely makes such a big and significant contribution to the delivery of SDGs as I've highlighted here. If you looked at SDG 1, if you looked at 2, if you looked at 8, if you looked at 10, if you looked at 12, if you looked at, to mention but a few, and as a matter of fact, the partnerships one, the global partnerships one, the parish development model makes a key contribution in those areas.
The State Minister for Northern Uganda, Queen Grace Freedom, has called upon the leaders to be exemplary to the members of the community they represent.
When a program like Parish Development Model comes, it requires the executive plus the implementers all to have the same vision. And in the end, it is the implementers now to show results that for whatever money we have got, 100 million, this is what we have. But many times, the challenge is that some leaders start destroying the programs even before it has taken off. And so that is my appeal, that all of us have to share first the vision, but two, we have to be the role models. If we are going to talk about 4-acre model, commodities that will transform our lives from poverty to prosperity, I, the minister, the cow, the LC5 chairpersons must be examples for the communities to learn from. So my appeal was that all of us, in order for the parish development model to succeed, we should be in our parishes to strengthen the thinking and the ideology and also be as an example. There are also cases of where government programs have not been implemented well because again of corruption and poor leadership. This time round, we should ensure that the leadership at the community level plans and implements what can be sustainable, what can stand for prosperity. Some projects have gone to the communities, but they have not been sustained. So these are the things I am appealing to our local leaders to take up.
Right Honorable Justin Kasule Lumumba, the Minister for General Duties and Focal Point Minister for Sustainable Development Goals, says the sensitization will awaken the beneficiaries and make them full participants of the program.
The theme for the conference this year is building effective models to accelerate the SDGs in the post-COVID-19 era. This theme has resonance with the context of the National Development Plan for Implementation Vehicle for the Parish Development Model. When we talk about the Parish Development Model, politicians, I want to tell you, the sensitization and mobilization that you are doing, I want to thank you for those of you who are doing it. But I want to tell you as fellow politicians, it is going to reawaken the ordinary person at or household level. They will come up to challenge us that you as a leader, what have you done? When did you ever come here to guide us? Whether you have money or not, begin from where you are, your parish. Get involved, participate like my colleague has advised you, but also at the same time, walk to the neighbors if you don't have fuel to make sure they do the right thing. It is our hope, therefore, that this regional consultation will provide an opportunity for all of us to discuss and find solutions, creative solutions to our collective challenges as a country, a continent, and a globe. And we continue in our national and global commitment to say leaving nobody behind, but also reaching to the farthest. The SDG framework, and we recognize that these are all central themes that run through our vision of 2040, our National Development Plan and Parish Development Model and the NRM Manifesto. We therefore must do everything together to ensure that the citizens of this country are now not only beneficiaries, but also active participants in this journey.
The government's leading program is meant for the only 39% of Ugandans who are living a subsistence life to enable them to get involved in the cash economy worth 490 billion Ugandan shillings to eradicate poverty through execution of development activities at the parish level. Emmanuel Agele, West Nile TV.
As the Ministry of Health moves to roll out the third COVID-19 vaccination phase, targeting those that have not been vaccinated, not completed their dose, and those that have not received their booster doses, the local leaders of ARUA City have urged the Ministry of Health to address some of the challenges met during the first and second phases of the COVID-19 vaccination if the third vaccination phase is to register a success.
To be saying whether children should be vaccinated or not should depend on whether the parents will accept or they won't accept. This will now leave us to get a result based on the consent of the parents. But in the presentation, we are the number of countries that have already tested this vaccine. Their children. The results were good. So I don't know at what level this decision can be influenced, but if that's now become a matter of human right, we give it a trial.
As a city, we have left the issue of sub-counties. We are the city council, the divisions, wards, and assess or parishes. So let these be addressed correctly to correct also anomalies coming from disbursement of funds from the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Local Government, or Ministry of Health.
Personally, feel that when these religious leaders they are included in this mobilization exercise, it will be far much better, because they will be talking to the people in the churches, in the mosques, and even everywhere they do practice their religious practices. So therefore, Doctor, it will be good if we can include these religious leaders in the mobilization of this vaccination.
Get involved. What defeats my understanding are when the guidelines come, they give the type of people who will get involved, the categories of people, what they will be paid. But with the political leaders, the councillors, nothing is given. Now when things are not working, the leaders, technical leaders, they come to the political wing, get involved, things are not moving well. I wonder whether there's a miracle. Our council, the councillors are paid per the council which they conduct. Yeah, but now we expected them within that time limit to get involved.
So that we should be able to say, yes, at least the people have been covered up in those sub-counties where, from the sub-counties where the numbers are low. Two, I really want to thank you, the August House, all the leaders, and everyone who really participated in round 1, round 2, and polling. I myself conclude that we are here and we are working to serve people. Never the issue of money first. If that was the issue, we would have not scored all this. I thank you, leaders, in your various levels.
Issues of cards has always been a challenge. And national medical stores will rather take the vaccines and the syringes and all those cotton wool. They say, okay, we'll bring the cards. And when they bring the cards, they don't bring the exact number according to the doses. I just asked Opio, who is receiving for both city and the ARUA, large ARUA. He says the cards we have is adequate, but we expected more.
These leaders of ours, the councillors, they play a very big role. They can decide to frustrate or promote a program. You see them here. Yeah? They are not easy people. So we need to work hand in hand with them. And I want to assure you, to tell you that we worked very well together with them, especially the Secretary for Social Services. I think she's not around. We would run to radio everywhere. We worked well, so there is need to involve all of them.
And with that story, we have come to the end of the Nile cast on West Nile Television. My name is Okumuringa Christine. Good evening.